So much of my day today was spent completely rescaping and redoing my 29-gallon live planted freshwater aquarium. From the ground up, really, I chose to just completely overhaul this tank for a couple reasons. The biggest driving reason behind this change was that I wasn't happy with the substrate I was using. I had a very coarse gravel, so some stone, and then a base layer of dirt at the bottom, but the gravel medium just was not working for the plants in the best way possible. And there are so many better options out there that I just wasn't really pleased with the way that the gravel was working. And yes, there was some of the dirt at the bottom there, but I just didn't feel as though the plant roots were accessing the dirt very successfully through the gravel. And I was also having a hard time getting my smaller plants to stay rooted in the coarse gravel. So that was the driving reason for this change, is that I wanted to redo the substrate. So I took out all the fish, all the plants, all the gravel, and the only thing that was left in this tank when I was when I was about halfway through this reconstruction was the dirt layer. And I left that. I've been pleased with the dirt. It's just a garden soil, an organic garden soil. When I say dirt, that's what I'm referring to. And beyond that, everything was out. Everything was changed. I just was not proud of or happy with the aquascape anymore. So I wanted to redo that, and I took the opportunity to do so. So the substrate I changed to dirt, fluorite, and then a black sand. And this mix was something that I saw in the videos of paducahFishFan, who is another video maker here on YouTube. So I'm going to link his channel. How about you click the piece of driftwood in the middle there if you want to go to his channel and see the original use of this substrate combination. Credit to him for what I think will be great for the plants. And from there, with this new substrate, I wanted to add some new plants, so I put a live aquaria order together and ended up spending some money on some new plants for this tank, which I think was long overdue, and I was kind of stale with the options that my local fish stores offered. So I wanted to go ahead and do an online order, and that was really successful. So if you're thinking about doing some online plant ordering, great option. You know, these plants turned out beautifully. I can't speak to to anything more than the first day. Like I said, I just made this change today, and the reason I'm doing the video today is because I want to give a starting point, and then I'll do another video in the future, and you can kind of see how the plants have grown and developed, and what the tank looks like then. So this is the first day of this change. The water is barely settled, but I'm not really going to go into too much detail about the aquascape and the different plants that I have in here. We'll save that for another video. But the goal was just to create something more cohesive and something that I liked. So I added numerous plants and this beautiful piece of branch driftwood in the center there. And then I left out two of my old pieces of driftwood, actually. You can't really tell. They weren't doing too much for the previous aquascape, which is why they aren't here. But all of the other plants, some of them are trimmed down and scrubbed down, but they've all made their way back into the aquarium. So anything that I had from the previous aquascape is here. It's just in a different layout and in a different new and, in my opinion, much nicer form. So really, I think the heart of this aquascape comes down to something that I like. I know that a lot of the top aquarium scapers and designers in the world advise against symmetry, and this tank, for the most part, is quite symmetrical in its layout. But I just love the way this looks. I'm really happy with it. So, top aquarists be damned. It's my house and my tank, and I'm happy with my my symmetry. So, You know, it's something that I'm enjoying more now, and obviously I can't speak too much to this new Aquascape because it's only been up for some hours now. So we'll see how things go, and I'll do another video coming up soon. I think I might enter a contest for the same YouTuber I mentioned who came up with this substrate concoction. Saying the word YouTuber makes me feel really filthy. Black. So we'll do that, and we'll update you at that point. One more thing before I sign off for this video is that I have encountered another channel that I really, really like, and I've liked for some time for hermit crab videos, but this gentleman by the name of Angelo Garcia, I'm not sure what his YouTube username is, but his name that goes next to his comments and whatnot is now his actual name, which is Angelo Garcia, and he has done a really remarkable job scaping and creating a 10-gallon planted aquarium that I'm just completely enamored with. I think it's fantastic. Obviously there's some really hefty challenges that come along with a larger aquarium. Not saying that this one's larger, but when you get into the 50, 60, 70 gallon range and beyond, even this aquarium, some challenges that come along with the larger tanks are certainly there, but in my opinion it can be even more difficult sometimes to really create an appealing layout for a smaller aquarium. And Angelo's tank is 10 gallons. So it's on the smaller end of the spectrum before you really step into nano aquarium territory. And boy, has he done a beautiful job. So now I will put Angelo's channel on the piece of driftwood, and you can click the piece of driftwood to go to his channel. And I believe it's his most recent video, but he's got some really wild creatures and some fantastic plants. Some of the most interesting highlights from his video, I won't completely spoil the surprise, but he's got a really beautiful moss wall, so natural background, and then he's done something really cool with cholla wood. So if you're at all familiar with cholla wood, I think it's more commonly used for reptiles like hermit crabs, although hermit crabs are not reptiles, I'm aware, but for the terrestrial animals. He has done just a beautiful job incorporating that into his aquarium layout. So a couple of really fantastic and interesting ideas that you can check out on his video, which again I have his channel linked right in the center. So a couple of channels for you in this video, and also a preliminary look at my new Aquascape. If there's anything that you'd like to address, I will leave the comments open on this video. I've closed them on a couple of my others just because people are asking strings of questions that have just eaten up a lot of space. So if you have questions for me that are going to take up more than one comment, please ask them via message. I've said this before, but it's much easier for me to reply when I'm not having to go through and click reply in a comments bulletin section. And it also prevents people from reading anything more valuable in the comments, or from adding their own input if they have to scroll through pages of your questions. So please, if you have a question that's going to be lengthy, ask it via message, and I'll be able to leave the comments open on these videos. So we will see more from this aquarium soon. Thanks for watching.